Who's got my nows? Who's with me in the now? Who am I receiving from? All those questions I begin to met. They were met with an answer. You know what followed the answer? Whether or not I was going to believe the answer. All right, so I believe and I step out. I step out into what I hear. You know what follows that? Temptation. Temptation. Yep. Temptation to doubt. Huh. What do you mean, Austin? Okay. Well, if Daddy told me to go to Jacksonville, then guess what's going to follow? Another alternative word. Oh, man. Can it get complicated? It can seem that way. It's the lies that complicate the simple truth. But how do you get to hearing Daddy? Let's suggest that he speaks to everyone. And you hear him, you don't believe that you do. Well, then maybe that's the part, the believing. Again, how? Well, you've heard me talk about the childlike door, right? Well, there's something special to that process. Remember, children hear from Daddy. It's not till later, it's like they lose their ability to believe they're hearing through knowledge. And maybe that's because it's replaced with a lie, where all of a sudden it's suggested to them that, no, that's just your thought. You're making that up. And of course, what's normal? People don't talk about hearing from Daddy. If it is, it's hearing from God, because you've got to make it with the religious tones, make it more adult-like, but definitely not childlike. But the hearing part is getting to, we're getting down to the business, is going, as far as hearing, is going to be taking on the experience of a child, where you don't know, but you just experience hearing. You don't try to figure out your way how to hear. You just talk and you hear from the unseen spirit. Well, the same happens in your now. That is where the relationship takes place. This is where your faith takes place. This is where your every moment is going to be like, whoa. Because if you're stuck in pages, or even prayers, let's say you've lifted off of the pages and now you're into, prayers and stuff like that. But look, if the closeness is found in the relationship and the believing, the all in, the whoa, when you actually, the stepping out, guys, the confidence to actually step out into what you hear is found in experiencing him. Okay? If I asked Daddy, I said, Daddy, why don't people hear from you? Why aren't they believing you? He's like, son, it's an untrained ear. It's a matter of an untrained ear. And what we talk about, like the ear of the spirit, the one on the inside. And the untrained is, well, one, you don't even believe it's possible to hear from him. And if you do, your whole or understanding of who he is can be so radically warped just based on your approach, what you believe about him, which has come from a who. So that's what he's saying, man. When you come with Lord and God and weird titles, man, it screws the deal. It's going to screw up your ability to receive from me. You're only going to receive so much, or think that my heart is only for certain things based on your understanding of words. But that's not how I get down. That's not what I'm interested in. I want an honest relationship, not something that's built on titles, but one that is found in your now, so that you individually come to the place of trusting what I say to you, which is going to require a response that will be the all-in response that says, okay, I hear you, I trust you, and then you get to find out. You get to find out if the word was true. Why is that important? Man, it's like the girl who jumps out, or when her daddy says, here, jump to me, sweetheart, I'll catch you. When he catches her, after all the doubt that hits her when she gets to the diving board, all the things that pound her head because Satan's saying, no, he's not going to catch you. And she jumps and she's caught. Man, she enjoys the process so much, she goes back and jumps again. Isn't that cool? So, Daddy being the loving one, he says, guys, hear what I have to say to you. Step out into what I say. There's no relationship without this. You're going to want to hear me and trust this is me. True story.